It's time to listen to your heart. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I recently landed in my motherland in Japan, and for me, this trip has been all about coming back to the innocence and the purity of me when I was a child, when I had these clear-cut visions and dreams, and I was so connected to myself and my heart and my soul purpose, and just knowing what I wanted to do in this world, and not having any fears or anxieties around how that would unfold or what that would look like, or just, the fears of stepping up into those dreams. And I feel like for me, this trip has been all about coming back to my intuition and trusting that my heart knows what my mind cannot understand, and that my soul lies in the space of my heart. And so when it comes to my soul's journey and my soul's purpose, my heart is the one that should take the lead. And I've just been taking time to get quiet and to get still and to ask my heart what it is she really wants, what is the next horizon. And the thing about the heart and the intuition is that they don't know how exactly things are going to unfold. They don't have a blueprint, they don't have a map, they don't have a map from point A to point B. But your intuition, your heart can tell you what the next step is. And sometimes that next step makes no sense at all, and it feels like it has no connection to where you want to get to. But sometimes, or rather, always, the heart is right, and it knows exactly where it wants to lead you. And so when you set an intention, for example, of wanting to know your purpose, or finding the love of your life, or healing your body, you set that intention and your heart goes, okay, let me align everything up for you. Let me point you towards the direction where that intention can be fulfilled. And I believe that the heart knows what the mind cannot understand. And so, I don't know if you need to hear this, but it's time to listen to your heart, because if you don't, no one else is going to do it for you. And if you don't listen to your heart, it means you're living a life that isn't truly yours, a life that has been conditioned into you, a life that has been told to you, a life that you think you should live. But what if you stop in this moment right now? I invite you to breathe into this question. What does your heart want? What does your heart want you to do today, in this moment, in this season of your life? What is your heart telling you? What is your heart speaking? What is it nudging you towards? Now, following your heart is often a path that makes no sense at all. It's probably always a path that feels the scariest, the absolute scariest, because your heart, your soul wants you to run towards the things that you fear most, because it knows that that's where you'll find the most growth and expansion. For me, this trip in Japan has been about expanding beyond the limits that I had for myself. And even the limits that I already had, for me, it felt like an expanded state. But as I came here and I reconnected and just energetically was able to hold more because of all the work that I've been doing, my visions expanded even more, and I realized even more of what I really want to do. And I've been asking my heart, okay, so this is what I want to do, but how do I get there? What's the next step? And I've just been asking for the next horizon and trusting that next step. Now, the heart lives in the moment, and so the heart can't tell you what you need to do in 3 months from now, but it can tell you what you need to do now. It can tell you what you need to do from tomorrow, from today, from this moment on. And I feel like we don't ask our hearts enough. We don't drop into our hearts enough and tune in and check in what exactly it needs. And maybe if you do that, and if you do this now, if you breathe into your heart and you ask your heart, okay, what is it you really want? What is it you really need? What is the kind of life you really want to live? What is something that you really want to do and try? For me, it's stepping up and speaking in front of thousands of people and helping as much as I can, helping those who are suffering and struggling and feeling meaningless in their life, because I spent most of my life feeling meaningless and purposeless. And so my biggest drive in life is to hopefully inspire people and remind them that they actually, yes, they came here for a reason, and the hardships that we face are here to mold us into exactly what we came here to be and exactly what we came here to do. And so trusting the heart is a scary process, but at the same time, if you don't do it, who else is going to do it? There is only you. There is only one you in this world, and if you're not the one who's gonna step up and listen to your heart and carve a path that doesn't even exist, that path is never gonna happen. And you know, looking at all the legends and icons in this world, they did exactly that. They saw this vision that was almost ridiculous and delusional, but they trusted in their vision, and here they are. Big icons, big legends in the world. And I feel like whatever it is, to trust your heart's journey, your soul's journey. You don't always understand why your heart is pointing you towards a certain direction, but after a certain point, when you look back in retrospect, you realize just how perfect it all was and how the dots all perfectly connect together. And so I invite you today to ask your heart, what is she telling you? What's the next horizon? What is the big vision in your heart? Who have you come here to be? What have you come here to do? If you could live a life that feels so passionate and love-filled and connected and so authentically you, what does that look like and feel like? And what is the next baby step to get there? I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for being here with me, and I hope to see you in my next video soon.